Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 46 of the challenge. 24 days out from the final day, 3.5 weeks. And of course, you can still make mega massive change in this final third of the challenge. And literally, we are right at the point where there is a third left in the challenge, okay? So if you hunker down and you stay focused and you take advantage of every single day, follow the pillars of the challenge, your workouts, cardio, your macros, you should see some really good change, okay? All right, more questions here. So here's a question. I have heard people say that you lose more fat via resistance workout. So I'm assuming he means like weight training. Then cardio. Is this true? If so, why? Okay, this is a great question. So let me just start by giving you a quick answer on this. On average, I would disagree with that, okay? On average, you can burn more energy doing a cardio session. However, that's not always the case. So you could do, for example, let's say you went for, an hour power walk, okay? So in your hour power walk, you're gonna burn, depending on the size that you are, let's just say about 300 calories, maybe burn 400 calories, depends. And then you compare that with a hard leg workout. Well, you're gonna burn more calories during that hard leg workout. I should specify that's about an hour long as well. Okay, so if you did a really hard leg workout for an hour versus, let's say, a power walk, okay, or even possibly a jog, you're probably gonna burn more calories with that leg workout. But on average, if you take a cardiovascular session and you look at the amount of calories that are burned versus on average a weight training session, probably going to burn more on average in your cardio sessions. Again, we have to look at the intensity and the duration for both of the exercises, okay? But the reason why a lot of people say this probably is because what I'm discussing, or what I just discussed, is trying to figure out which one burns more energy. But we also have to look at the investment that we make, or the lack of investment that we make, depending on which one it is, doing the activity that we're doing. So when you're weight training, you are at the very least doing something to help conserve your lean body mass, if not build some lean body mass, okay? So by conserving or improving lean body mass, let's say we're improving, because that's obviously what we're trying to do, you are obviously raising your basal metabolic rate, and that is, the amount of energy that you're going to be burning per day, just essentially doing nothing, okay, just surviving. So there is that investment there. So when you add that up over time, that's going to contribute to the overall fat burning process, right? Not just the energy that's expended in the moment of doing the activity. Whereas with cardio, you are effectively just burning energy in that moment. And, arguably with cardio, you are essentially just teaching your body to become more efficient at doing what it's doing. So it has like the opposite effect, okay? So obviously with cardio, there's some investment with health, right? With cardiovascular health, with heart health, this type of thing. So that I am not denying, among other benefits. Okay, but when we're talking about doing something for the purpose of changing your body composition, losing body fat, keeping your lean body mass high, weight training clearly beats that out. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Really what you have to look at when we're looking at in terms of how much energy is burnt, it's just intensity and then duration, right? Between the two. On average, I would say cardio burns more energy. But long-term effects of both of these have sort of different outcomes, right? One teaches your body to almost burn less energy for the activity. The other one is teaching your body to become more energy inefficient. That is, it's burning more energy as your lean body mass goes up, right? Because you're weight training, you're adding more lean body mass, right? Okay? All right. Is there science behind why we do 30 minutes cardio session and not 45 or 1 hour? Okay. Listen, if you do more cardio, you'll burn more energy. If you burn more energy, you'll lose more weight. But the danger is this. Okay, so the short answer to this question is no. There is no real science per se, except for the fact that there's two major things here. One, we don't want to create too much of an overall deficit. The more of a deficit we create between our energy expenditure for the day, right? So this encompasses our basal metabolic rate, our non-exercise activity, the thermic effect of food, and exercise activity. Those four things contribute to your total energy output for the day, right? And then you've got your energy input, which is your food, right? So we're creating a difference between those two, right? There's obviously your energy output's going to be higher than your food intake. There's going to be some sort of deficit, but we don't want to create too much of a deficit. The larger the deficit that we create, the more likely we are to lose lean body mass. Okay? So A, I don't want to do that, and B, I just didn't want to give you guys, the program is meant to be like not incredibly hard. So the original program is 3 weight training workouts per week, 3 cardiovascular sessions per week, keeping everything under 5 hours per week. So it's just meant to be something that's realistic and reasonable and something that you can maintain over time. Okay, so that's really the reason behind it. Okay, but keep in mind that, like I said, the more of this deficit that we create, the more we put ourselves at risk of losing lean body mass, okay? All right, message of the day. I kind of already said it, but let's just say it again. You can still make what? You can still make mega massive change, right? You can still make mega massive change in 24 days. You can. When you think about the fact that you've done now 2/3 of the challenge, and then you still have 1/3, you still have half of what you've already done, yeah, of course you can make mega massive change, because a lot of you have already made some really good change. And so just tack on another half of that. And for those of you who maybe haven't, well, now you can, right? Now you can. So, like I've mentioned in the other videos, you are getting less calories, okay? You're getting a little more intervals in your cardio, which means you're burning a little more energy. We're opening up that deficit even more. So, and not to mention that, you all probably put on some lean muscle mass. So all of these things are contributing to more of a deficit, which is going to contribute to more fat loss, right? So if there's any time, my point is, if there's any time in the challenge to see change, it will be during the last third of the challenge, all right? You can still make mega massive change. Today is really exactly the 2/3 point through the challenge, okay? Okay, submit and commit. Keep it up. Stay focused. 1 foot in front of the other every single day gets you to your final destination, right? Positive energy, positive vibes. Give some gratitude and believe in yourself, you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.